Hey guys, Erick Landon here, and today I'm gonna show to you top 10 hidden JRPG gems for the PS1. There are so many hidden gems for this console, especially in RPGs, because all of you probably know the classic JRPGs for this console, but I bet you don't know all of the following titles that I'm going to show to you today. So, let's get started. Alright then, the top 10 hidden JRPG gems for the PS1. Let's start with number 10. Granstream Saga. Granstream Saga's simplistic storyline and gameplay makes it number 10 on my list because there really isn't that much to say about it. It's an action RPG with an average hack and slash system with no party members to support you, just you, your weapons, and your shield. I think it's a good game that you might enjoy every now and then, but nothing more. Still, if you're looking for something simple to play, you might want to give this game a chance. Even though it's not that easy, it's still a reasonable challenge. Number 9. Saga Frontier 2. And no, this game is not related to the previous one at all. Now, Saga Frontier 1, also for the PS1, is a terrible game, at least in my opinion, but I was glad to see that the second game of the series is actually pretty decent. It's a turn-based battle system RPG that requires the use of strategy most of the time, so that adds a little extra challenge to the gameplay. In terms of story, it's really interesting if you take into consideration the fact that there are multiple paths to follow in order to complete the game. You might find yourselves lost at times, but that can be very frustrating every once in a while. But if you seek for a decent challenge, this might be a good RPG for you. Number 8. Brigandine or Brigandine. Brigandine is a game so complex at the beginning and so strange that you barely have any time to understand what you have to do. It's a strategy RPG with different protagonists to choose from, each one with their own path to win the war. You have a massive quantity of monsters to fight for you as your battalion against another massive army of enemies. The problem with this game is that it throws you in without any explanation whatsoever in terms of gameplay. But once you finally get the gist of it, you might actually find this game quite interesting. It's hard though, so consider yourself challenged. Number 7. It goes to Thousand Arms. It is a turn-based RPG with a very silly story that I would only recommend if you have nothing better to play. But if you give this game a chance, I think you're gonna have fun playing it. First of all, it can be very funny at times, and it will sure make you laugh. Also, there's a dating system, yes. You can date several female characters in this game, each with their own personalities and likings. So you will find yourself trying to guess what to reply to them in order to conquer their hearts. The game can be a little repetitive at times, but trust me, it's fun to play. Number 6. Jade Cocoon. Everybody compares this game to Pokemon. The reason is very simple, since it's a turn-based RPG in which you capture monsters to fight for you. You think you could actually fight with them at your side, but nope. You summon them so they can individually fight in your stead against the enemy. So, Pokemon, right? Anyways, it may sound repetitive, and it actually is, but there's something about this game, some charm in its story and characters, that you get to automatically like it even before you find out what kind of battle system it has. It may not be one of the best JRPGs out there, but it's definitely worth a chance. Give it a chance if you can. Number 5. Guardians Crusade. Guardians Crusade is, another silly and simple game. In fact, this is the simplest of the simplest out there. Some people even consider this to be the perfect JRPG for beginners in the genre, or the perfect JRPG for kids. It's another turn-based RPG. You fight with some monsters beside you. The story is really childish and it can be a little boring sometimes, but very much like Jade Cocoon, this game just has something that keeps you playing it despite its natural flaws. So I would only recommend this game if you're in sort of like a nostalgic mood for retro classic JRPGs with cute stories, because this game is actually pretty decent. Give it a chance if you can. I recommend it. Number 4. Sayuki Journey West. So, Sayuki or Sayuki Journey West is based in one of the 4 classic Chinese novels, Journey to the West, and it tells the exact same story as the book, but you get to choose between a male or a female protagonist. A monk goes into a journey with various companions, which in this game are shapeshifters who can turn into giant monsters, to reach India. It's a strategy RPG, and it gets tougher and tougher as you go on. The story itself is a little childish as well, and one of the main characters is called Goku. Yes, Goku! And this Goku can summon a flying cloud to move across the battlefield. Pretty original, right? Well, in case you didn't know, our beloved character from Dragon Ball is actually based on a character from this novel. But anyway, it's a great game, it's really fun, and I totally recommend it. Number 3. Dragon Valor. I had problems putting this game on the list because it's not exactly an RPG. It is considered to be an action RPG, but when you play it, you don't really feel like you're actually playing a JRPG. But it has a lot of elements of the genre, so I guess that makes it one. And who am I to say what's an RPG and what's not nowadays? Come on, even Zelda is considered now finally an RPG. But whatever, Dragon Valor is a hack and slash game with a really simple beginning. A dragon destroys your village, kills your sister, and you go into a quest for revenge. The gameplay is awesome, especially the battle system, and even though the story can be quite redundant and uninteresting and totally random at times, you will find yourself submerged into the battle system that you will forget other flaws. Number 2. Kardia, or The Legend of Kardia. This is a very good strategy RPG that I already covered in my video of top 10 best strategy RPGs. I will leave the link in the description so you can go and watch it. Basically, you move around in squares and fight like in any other strategy RPG. But sometimes you have to use cards to summon magic or monsters to aid you on the battlefield. The story and the music in this game are awesome! There are 2 main characters, and therefore 2 paths to choose from, and they are so unique that you will rarely play the same map twice in each one of them. If you think the battle system is just another okay system, then play this game for its story. It's really, really good. So, to number 1. Vandal Hearts. Vandal Hearts is my number 1 on this list. It's awesome! As a matter of fact, this game is not that hidden, I know that. I think a lot of RP gamers know of it, but I put this one in the first place because it's by far the greatest RPG on this list. Also, I covered this game too on the same video that I will leave in the description. It's a strategy RPG with tons of characters and battle, a little similar to Fire Emblem, each one with their own soft plot. But the gist of this game in particular is the gameplay. You know how in most strategy RPGs the goal of every battle, or almost every single battle, is to kill all enemies? Well, in this game, that's not the case. It's so dynamic that a lot of battles have many different objectives, which make the game extremely original and fun to play. This is a masterpiece. I haven't played the sequels, but I will someday. In the meantime, go and do yourself a favor and get your hands on this awesome JRPG. It is simply amazing. Anyway guys, thanks for watching and thank you for subscribing. See you next time.